Chaos: The Truth Behind the Manson Murders by Tom O'Neill. Chapter 1 is where O'Neill quietly lights the fuse. No fireworks yet, but the room starts smelling like gas. Hello, I'm Kitty, and welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating book Chaos: The Truth Behind the Manson Murders. It's a book that raises some surprising questions about one of the most infamous stories in modern history. Let's explore together. The official story is built on one man's version. Right out of the gate, O'Neill signals the problem. Almost everything we think we know about the Manson murders comes from prosecutor Vincent Bugliosi and his book Helter Skelter. Bugliosi didn't just prosecute the case. He defined the narrative, shaped public memory, and became the final authority. O'Neill frames this as dangerous because Bugliosi controlled which facts mattered, contradictions were smoothed over, alternative explanations were dismissed, not disproven. The implication: if Bugliosi was wrong or dishonest, the entire cultural understanding collapses. Manson wasn't supposed to be that powerful. Chapter 1 starts poking at the central myth. How did an illiterate, chronically jailed drifter suddenly become a master manipulator, capable of commanding brutal, ritualistic murders? O'Neill doesn't answer this yet, but he plants doubt. Manson's influence appears far more sophisticated than his background suggests. The speed at which he gained psychological control feels off. Authorities repeatedly underestimated him, while also strangely ignoring him. That contradiction matters. Law enforcement let Manson walk over and over. This is one of the first truly unsettling threads. Before the Tate LeBlanc murders, Manson violated parole multiple times, was arrested for serious crimes, had open warrants, was deeply embedded in drug networks and violence. And yet nothing stuck. Cases evaporated. Charges vanished. Officers looked the other way. O'Neill doesn't accuse yet. He simply asks, why was Manson treated differently than everyone else? Missing records already? Even in Chapter 1, O'Neill flags something that becomes a pattern. Files that should exist don't. Records are incomplete, destroyed, or sealed. Key interactions involving Manson were never documented properly. This matters because the justice system is supposed to leave paper trails. The absence is itself evidence of something being hidden or neglected at a catastrophic level. the helter-skelter motive is introduced and softly undermined. Bugliosi's famous theory that the murders were meant to trigger a race war appears early, but O'Neill socially destabilises it. It relies almost entirely on Bugliosi's interpretation. Manson's statements were inconsistent, drug-fueled, and often contradictory. Some evidence was emphasised, other evidence was ignored. The quiet bombshell here is this: the motive that defined the case may have been constructed after the fact to make everything fit. O'Neill positions himself as an uncomfortable witness. Chapter 1 also explains why O'Neill got involved. He wasn't trying to expose the CIA or rewrite history. He was a journalist who kept noticing errors that no one wanted to correct. Every time he tried to fact-check, doors closed, officials stonewalled, experts discouraged deeper digging. The tone was clear. Curiosity itself was treated like a threat. Why Chapter 1 matters? It doesn't scream conspiracy. That's what makes it powerful. Instead, it says, the story we accepted is fragile. Authority shaped truth. And chaos thrives when people stop asking questions. It's less about Manson and more about how societies prefer clean stories over real ones, even when lives are at stake. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed exploring this book with me. If you did, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves uncovering the deeper stories behind books. I'd also love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.